Hey everyone, it's Bryony. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Modibodi underwear. This is an Australian brand. They're quite new, to me at least. I haven't heard of them until they contacted me and asked if I would be willing to review some of their products, which I said yes to, obviously, because I love trying out new stuff to review for you guys. So they sent me 3 pieces of underwear. I have one of the boy shorts style. I have one of the Bikini Cut style, and this is with the, I think they call it the micro fleece, microfiber nylon spandex material. The other ones are cotton. And then I also have the Active Air cotton briefs as well, which is sort of intended for people who are very active, like me, dancing, martial arts, all that kind of stuff. That's what these are for. So, I'm going to jump straight into it and like what I thought about the products from trying them out over the last 2 months. My favourite of the 3 by far were these ones, the boys shorts. I like my underwear to like completely cover my bum. I don't like it to kind of cut across. So the boys short were absolutely perfect for that. They covered everything, they hugged me, and they were so comfortable. It felt like I was wearing normal underwear, but they have the absorbency sewn into the gusset, because these are period underwear. I'm sorry, I haven't already mentioned that. They're period underwear, so you don't need to wear like a pad or a cup or anything like that. You can just wear the underwear as itself and it absorbs the blood, and then you change your underwear. So the boys' shorts were, I believe, either moderate or light flow. I think they might have been light flow. This particular one they sent me. So they have absorbency sewn in from here to here in the gusset. And it's a stay dry material, so the moisture is wicked away from your body and it's kept inside, but doesn't leak through the back and doesn't like leave you feeling damp on the top. It's not super thick, so when you wear it, you are aware that there's something there, but it doesn't feel like you've got a great big nappy between your legs. It's really comfortable. I was very impressed by this. This is definitely, I think, my favourite reusable period underwear that I've ever worn so far that I've tried out. I love that one. The other 2 unfortunately didn't really work for me. So this is the Bikini Cut. The reason this didn't work for me is, as I said before, I like my bum to be covered and needs a very high cut. I did wear it one time just to kind of get a feel for it. When I was sitting in bed, it was fine and not moving about. And this is the heavy absorbency. So the absorbent part goes further up the underwear. It's longer, as you can probably see. It goes from here to here, so it's kind of like, doesn't come very high at the back, but it comes quite high at the front. There's only about that much from the top and the front of it down where it stops. So if you're a front bleeder, this works quite well with you. However, I will say, because they hug you so well, there's no real room for things to shift about. So actually I only needed that small area to bleed in with these, because there's no room for you to bleed backwards, so to speak. And actually, even when I wore it at night, I was absolutely fine, even on my heavy days. So I don't think you'd have a problem with this. As I said, if you're a front bleeder, then there's a lot of absorbency at the front. But if you were concerned about the back, they don't tend to come up very high at the back. So maybe that might be something that would concern you. I am a middle and back bleeder. I didn't have any problems, but I guess everyone is individual. So I did wear these once, as I said before, and they're quite high cut. So if you like that high cut style, then maybe these would work for you. And the heavy absorbency also have a gap between the absorbent layer and the outer layer to help with drying time, I believe. So you can see it kind of opens up, but the light flow one doesn't do that. And finally, the last pair they sent me were these Active Air briefs. Now, as you can possibly tell from looking at it, these ones really weren't too good for me. The Modibodi writing on the elastic band, the white stuff for some reason has come off. It didn't come off on the other one I have, the cotton one here, the boy short. They're absolutely fine. They didn't come off at all. But this one, like, they've been shedding. There's hardly any of it left. I don't know why it did that. And for some reason, this underwear comes up much bigger, because this is a UK size 8, US size 4. And this one is also a size 8, and this is an Australian. As it's an Australian brand, so this one tells you it's Australian, UK, and New Zealand size 8, and US size 4, and this one just says size 8. So I'm assuming that is an Australian size 8. So they're the same size, technically, but I'll show you what they look like compared to each other. Can you see how much smaller the black one is? Like, even if I line up the elastic with this side, there's still like a bit extra on that side, and it's so much lower. And because of this, these were just too big for me. They were too baggy. They didn't hug my body tight enough, and when you've got baggy period underwear, they shift around, you feel really wet, you can feel the blood dripping. It's not a very comfortable feeling. And also, I couldn't work out with this one whether these were supposed to just be like backup to a menstrual cup or whether it was light flow. It didn't have a sticker with it that told me the absorbency of this one, and it didn't say anything on the information sheet, so I sort of had to guess. It does have some waterproofing fabric in there, so I'm assuming it is just like a very, very light flow, like a spotting absorbency. But I will show you when I do the water test in a minute on how much they can actually hold. So yeah, these weren't my favourite. I didn't really like them. The material feels nice. I think if these had been a smaller size, I would have really liked them, but because they come up so much bigger than the other ones, they're not really my favourite. Like I said, the Bikini Cut was too high, but these ones, these boys shorts, oh my goodness, I absolutely loved them. I think they are perfect. They hug you so well, and actually they look pretty like sexy as well when you're wearing them. It doesn't look like you're wearing something bulky or anything like that. They just look like nice black underwear. I think actually pretty much all black underwear can be seen as sexy, and it's cotton, it's breathable, it's comfortable, you don't feel sweaty or itchy or anything like that. So yeah, this, if I had to choose out of these three, obviously I would choose this one. That I would really, really recommend if you're someone like me that likes to have the whole bum cheek covered, that likes to have snug fitting underwear. Well, actually you want to have snug fitting underwear when you're using period underwear. That's essential. And even though it's only like a light flow, it held plenty, so I'm, you know, really, really stoked about this one and trying it, and I absolutely love it. I will definitely continue to use this one with my other periods. So I'm gonna switch the camera over now, and I'm gonna show you how they hold up when I pour water on them. So I'm not going to test the Active Air one just because this is such a light absorbency that it's only going to be really for spotting. There's only like one layer on it, so it's not one that you'd use for every day period, but I'm going to test the heavy and the light flow. So I have a mug of warm water here, and I've got a tablespoon here. We'll start with the light flow. I'm going to see how it absorbs into the underwear. So it absorbs very quickly. Like so, that's 2 tablespoons, and there's nothing coming out, nothing wet on the toweling, and because it's quite warm, you can actually see the steam coming up. I didn't realise quite how hot this was. Actually, do you know what, I'm going to cool it down a bit. Okay, I've just added some cool water to the pot of water here. Let's go on to the heavy. Oh, now that one ran off the side, that's interesting. Okay, 2, we'll do 3. I think that might actually have just been me pouring it too quickly. With pressure, things absorb much faster, so it's when it's on your body, it shouldn't be a problem, right? So ignoring this little wet patch that I've created myself here, underneath the actual pants itself, it's not wet. Let's lift this up. It's not dripping. I think that'll hold. Oh, yes it is. Right, so I reckon the light flow can hold just around 2 tablespoons worth of water. The heavy has so far held 3. As I said, that little dot here is because I poured it off the side and it's not leaking, so I think it can go on and take another one. Let's add a 4th. I think I poured 3 onto it. Yeah, you see it does like to run off the back there. But apart from where it ran off, I think it is still holding the rest. Oh no, now it's dripping. Right, so this one can hold around 3 or 4 tablespoons of water, and this one can hold 2 tablespoons. So I hope this video helped you guys, gave you a better idea of which underwear you might like to try. Don't forget you can get cloth pads and menstrual cups and other accessories from my website down below, Precious Stars. Check out the Facebook page and be sure to check out Modibodi. I will put a link to their website down below. It will be an affiliate link, so if you can use that one. That just means I get a little bit of money every time that they make a sale through me, and that's great because I very, very rarely get paid to do these reviews, so it's always awesome when you guys support me in that way. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Please subscribe, let me know what you'd like to see, and I will talk to you next week. Bye bye.